And by popular request, we're back with another episode of the Alvin Show. No script yet again, never scripting. What's up? So, alright, new week, new me. That's what I do. This week, tons of things, tons of stuff. Alright, so actually, we had last week, but you know me, I be forgetting, I be not recording, right? But there was an important reason for that, right? I started off the week with the grind set, you know me? You feel it, right? I'm grinding, I'm doing extra work, doing the coding extra fast. Speed demon, you know what I mean? Right, this is like a weird ass episode, I don't know. It's night, so I decided that I was gonna up the energy, but now there's too much energy. So yeah. Well, I guess this is just gonna be one with energy. I don't know. Maybe I'll do more energy. You know what I mean? I don't know. Well, we will see. We will see. Anyways, so I started off with just doing a lot of the work because last episode, if you will remember, there was talk of the competition. Ooh, spooky. So what I actually did was I practiced a lot with the previous year's problems. I did a bunch of those, and in that time, I did a bunch of those. So yeah. After I was like, yeah, I did. That is quite aptly, simply what I did for the whole week. After on Saturday was competition day, so I was ready to cook out or be cooked out. I shouldn't be using that kind of slang, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I did that. I be doing stuff. And drum roll please. I have the paper right here. Ciao. It's upside down. Whatever. You can see it. It's Roman numeral 13, which means I got the 13th place. Very nice, very nice. That isn't like goat or the goal. The goal was to get number 10 and above. Why, you might ask, a fictitious viewer of mine? You would get a university spot if you did that. And actually, I didn't get a university spot. So, yeah, that's me. Am I going to participate again next year with improved skills and more training? Hell nah, bro. Hell nah, bro. I cannot believe these kids. Bro, they are too goated and throated to be coding. Oh my god. They are far too much. Like, the amount of practice that I did was a lot. Way too much practice. But at the end of the day, they either, I'm gonna say the talented, okay? Talented. I'm just saying, some people's brains are wired differently. And when it's a winner takes all competition, it's tough, because I'm like, I got some brains, I do my math. I feel like I'm quite talented in math, but it's like a different level, you feel me? It's like, yeah. So anyways, that's my explanation. I feel pretty proud of it because 13th place, even though it's not the goal, I think this year's competition was really tough. And I also think that I did the questions that I could answer. So the answer, because like there's two steps. Like the first step, you do the question, right? Or you know the answer to the question, how you're supposed to solve it, what data structure, what kind of things you need to be able to solve the question. All right, that's step number one. Now step number two is being able to execute that, being able to code it up. I keep saying too much out of the vocabulary. All right, so I executed step one and I executed step two, because step one, you just to improve your step one ability is pretty much all you gotta do is just do a lot of or learn more kind of data structures, and I had to learned a certain set of data structures and algorithms that I was going to use, and I decided that I was going to practice to be able to do them actually after that. And I would say I did that, I did as much as my knowledge of the data structures and algorithms could help me. And after, the other problems that I could not do were problems that needed more complex or out of the box thinking that I couldn't do. So my point is like I did the execution, and that's what's good, and even though I didn't get the university spot, I still have like plan B. Maybe I'll say more about that when the time comes in about 6 or months. When I'm in my senior year of high school, all that stuff. So when that the time comes, I will be talking about my plan B, which I will now be executing. So yeah, no need for a second try. I think this was a good experience because it was probably the most I've ever trained for a certain event, right? It's also the biggest competition I've ever been in, like, or maybe the only competition I've ever actually like competed in, like truly put my all into. So I think it was a good experience. But I think there's something to say about competitions, right? It's just like one skill all the way, and talent kind of matters a lot. Like, I know, of course, I could have practiced more, but like the amount of skill that some of these people have is just astounding, truly. Like it takes you like, it is truly hard to comprehend at that age to have that level of skill. It's truly unbelievable, and it takes you kind of out of it to like be all about this, because when you have these one skill things and winner take all scenarios, it's kind of tough to have the motivation, right? Same like chess, like bro, you're like at the very top level. It is very much so talent. And similarly, like I don't have more time than those people. Like I did everything in my power to be able to use every second I could to its greatest potential, to give me the highest chance of success, and it wasn't enough. And that's fine. I'm fine with that, because I did everything I possibly could in my power to get it, and I'm fine with that. So yeah, that's my explanation for why I'm okay with not getting the best place. But also it's like I had the plan B, which I think is in some ways the better plan, and I had to execute parts of plan B anyways. So it's not like a big loss. It's some time lost, but it's not huge. It's not massive. At the end of the day, yeah, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. Other than that, Sunday, the next day, this is something I didn't know. After the competition day, because everything, when you have a competition, right, everything is building up to this. I'm gonna roll back to something. I'm gonna go back to this point too later, but first I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about before. So the winner takes all games, like these kinds of competitions, right? Run, chess, whatever, all of these competitions that only have one winner, and they take in like a large amount of their reward, reap their rewards. I kind of don't like them because they're very talent oriented, compared to something like Infinity Games. I don't know if I'm stealing the vocabulary, but it's like, yeah, for instance, business, right? You have it's your combination of skills that kind of multiply together to create a package that only you could deliver, and that then gives the great value, and multiple people can have that huge amount of value discrepancy between like leverage, I'm just saying words at this point. You get the point. Like um, there is more creativity to be had in something like business compared to just mind-numbingly going at a problem or coding problem or whatever. Obviously, you can improve with practice, but there is such a limit, and it's not like you can't be a 10 times better coder by just doing more work, or you can, but you can't in the same time, compared to something like if you did at the same time doing business, one person could do just straightforward work, and the other person could think of something out of the box to 10 times to get 10 times the result of another person. So like that's my kind of thought process with this, and why I don't really like winner takes all games. Then I have the other point, which I'm going to circle back to now. Look, cohesiveness, I remembered. So, Sunday. Alright, so everything is leading up to competition day, Saturday. Your mind is like completely locked into that, right? So, you kind of don't realize that there is a day after that. Like, I kind of had this elusive, like, after that, I'm gonna do XYZ, like, kind of. But I didn't realize how material it would be, because I went to sleep Saturday, right? Game day, I got my results instantly, and I was like, all right, 13th place, I'm pretty happy with that. Come back home, go to sleep. Next day, I was like, I was like in shock, because I was like, wait, I don't know what to do. I'm like confused, because I was genuinely like, I didn't plan out what to do the next day. So I was just like, oh, I'm gonna rest or whatever. But it feels very weird when you just don't know what you're doing. You're kind of like in this space of just, oh, it's over. Like, the whole day I thought about the competition, because I was just used to it. I was used to just thinking about the competition whenever I had free time. So I was just like, yeah, the competition. What am I doing? Just completely doing so, just weird. Today too, like today's Monday, right? Because I peacekeeping, you know me. So today too, I was like, just competition was less on my mind, but still like on my mind, which is like just weird. Obviously, it's understandable. It was a big part of of my life and my kind of routine. So it kind of like mainly showed up in like habits, because I had the habit of like whenever I would wake up, I would instantly open the laptop or put my laptop there in the other room and kind of just start coding on it. So I had the habit of just waking up and going to code, which I don't need to do. So it's kind of weird, but I'm replacing them right now, the habits and the time blocks that I had, because the last time I did real work on the business was like I think the one thing I will say about this competition, it definitely increased or I don't know the right word, made my work ethic better. It's just more good, you know. So that is definitely something that did was affected by the competition. And also just the belief in yourself to be able to do something, build up to one big launch or whatever. And yeah, that was pretty much the last week. That's what I was doing. That's what I met up with. I was thinking of making like a video of like, what do I think about what do I think I'm going to get in the competition. But I just didn't, which is understandable. Honestly, it wouldn't been like that interesting. And also something I've thought about before is like making a before my success video. Oh my god, cringe. Like something I'm gonna say it now, so I didn't have to actually make it. So I was thinking about something like doing a video for like after I get successful. No, right now, for that time when I'm successful, to like show it off to other people as like motivational, to be like, oh, look at me when I was younger and not successful. I still knew that I was gonna be successful, and that's what really matters. I don't think that's even true. So I don't know. I may still make that video. Who knows? You know, all kinds of things have happened in this life. This cam also, I'm like in constant flux. I want the microphone to hear me. I also want to not be so close that my face is like in 3D. I do not like that. It also makes my like jaw look huge, which is not immaculate. Not very cool, right? This video is going on very long because I'm rambling. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't want this to be too long, so I'm just gonna cut it here. All right, peace.